Hello, my name is Debo Adejana, MD of Realtor Point Limited, and I also consider myself a real estate entrepreneur. And this is Real Estate Business with Debo Adejana. You're welcome to this episode. Today, I'll just be explaining some real estate terms and let me say profession, okay, that we've all gotten used to by name, but may not really know what they do clearly, okay? I'll just try and explain the best way that I can, just for your understanding, so that the next time you're hearing someone say, hey, I'm a real estate developer, hey, I'm a real estate investor, I'm a real estate entrepreneur, I'm an agent, I'm a realtor, I'm a broker, you may just know what it is that they are saying, okay? At least have an idea, and that will help, okay? Of course, there are a lot of other professions in the real estate industry. It's a very vast industry. I'll be right back. You're welcome back. As I was saying, real estate is a very vast industry. And so you have architects, you have your lawyers, you have the bankers, the financiers, you have consultants who consult for you on a number of things. You have the quantity surveyors, you have the land surveyors, you have the estate surveyors, you have the town planners, you have the builders. You have all of these professions within the real estate brackets. Okay? A whole lot of them. However, today I'm not going to concentrate on all of those. I would rather just want to concentrate on about, I think about 6 or so of them, just to explain what it is. So the next time you hear, you will know. I'm sure you've heard, I'm an agent a lot. Oh, I'm an agent. I'm a real estate agent. I'm a real estate agent. I'm sure you've heard that a lot. Who is a real estate agent? Now, simply put, a real estate agent is somebody who represents a buyer or a seller or both of them. Sometimes it happens, or both of them, okay, on a transaction. So they represent the interest of their principal, be it a buyer or a seller or both. It's difficult when you are doing both for conflict of interest purposes and all of that, but it happens in the real world. It happens, okay? The agent is the one that goes between his principal and the other party, as it were, on a transaction. His principal can be the buyer or can be the seller. So agents represent those two. Now, that is how it is used loosely. But in Nigeria, it is actually, you just say agent, broker, realtor are almost like the same. But in the real sense of the word, where those nomenclatures or profession tags came from, they are not all and the same. They are separate and different, and that's what I'm trying to explain. So, for example, a broker, you say a broker is a person who brokers a deal, makes a deal happen, as it were, brings about a deal, who is also a go-between anyway, okay? However, in the real sense of the word, a broker is a higher level to an agent. In fact, in the US, where these terms are used more often and institutionally structured, a broker has agents working for him. A broker has agents working under him. Before you can become a broker, you must have obtained a broker's license, pass the exams and obtain the license. Also, before you can become an agent, you must have obtained license. But agents work with brokers, or for brokers, if you want to put it that way, or under brokers. Okay, so brokers are more senior. And again, in the US where it is structured, brokers are the ones that can actually manage properties. Agents just make deals happen. Sell, buy, let, lease, stuff like that. But they don't manage properties. They don't have the right to manage properties in terms of property management, okay, while brokers can. Then a broker may have numbers of agents working in his team for him, more or less like under him. They collect less commission than a broker does A broker earns more money, as it were, on transactions and all of that, controls more share of the market, as it were, because they are like bosses, if you must put it that way, to agents. So people in their career path, they can become agents, and then they become brokers. Now, agents, almost anybody with a second that is 18 years old and can sit for the exams and all of that and pass can become an agent. Okay? But for you to become a broker, you must either have been an agent before, or you have a bachelor's degree in a real estate related, a core real estate related field, and you must have passed the broker's license exam. Okay, so that is how it is. So next time you hear it, is not really exactly the same. Broker, agent, no. Then realtors. I know it's common these days, especially in Lagos part of Nigeria, where a lot of people say, I'm a realtor, I'm a realtor, I'm a realtor, I'm a realtor. They use it more or less for fancy and branding purposes. Because the word realtor originally is actually, yes, anybody, a broker and an agent can be a realtor. What it is that there is an association of realtors. Now, it's a body that was formed by agents and realtors for the institution to regulate itself, for self-regulation purposes, as it were. So they have like 17 ethics, code of conduct, ethics of the trade that they subscribe to. First and foremost of it being that, most important being that you have to be honest as an agent, and you have to be honest, and you hold your clients some duties, as it were. Okay, so they have these 17 codes of conduct that you subscribe to by joining that association of realtors. When you join the association of realtors, you are then a realtor. So an agent can be a realtor, can address himself or herself as a realtor. A broker can say, I'm a realtor. What that is saying is that they've subscribed to those code of conduct. They are members of the association of realtors, as it were. Okay. Now, it doesn't mean, because writing these exams of agency exams and brokerage exams, you already, by law, are expected to hold certain obligations, certain rules, practices as duty bound. Okay, you are duty bound. Okay. However, they went a step higher to then highlight 17 core ethics and say, as an association, we would ensure that our members are held by this code of conduct. So they have disciplinary bodies and all of those things, like a regular, typical professional association or institution or trade, like that is very regulated and subjected to some code of conduct. That is what brought about realtors. So people just use realtor, I'm a realtor, or I'm an agent, or I'm a broker loosely in this part of the world. I mean Nigeria. But I need you to understand that this is precisely what these things mean. Okay? And then you can choose for yourself which one you want to, be called. Maybe for branding purposes, you still want to be a realtor. Or some people say, no, I'm a broker, for branding purposes also. But as the industry in Nigeria, what is in practice is that we have people we call agents. In fact, they said roadside agents. Some people call them quacks. Some people call them street agents, unprofessional agents. And also we have people who don't go by any training, okay, but are just in this business because they happen to be able to know a buyer or a seller, and they make business happen for them. So they call themselves agents, as it were, because this is what they've been doing. Some of them have associations that are now trying to regulate them. Fine. Okay. Then there is the set of people who studied estate management in school, and they have a body, Nigerian Institute of Estate Surveyors and Valuers, Nigerian Institution of Estate Surveyors and Valuers. Okay, and they have code of ethics, they have exams that you write, and if you want to join them, you go through those exam series, and when you qualify, you are a registered estate surveyor and valuer. That's what they call you, estate surveyor and valuer. And some of them use the word realtor, and I would say that is deserving, actually, because they've gone through some tutelage. They also are in an association where they've subscribed to some code of ethics. As this is different from people who just call themselves realtors for branding purposes. Okay? So you need to, whenever you are dealing with someone, you need to know who you are dealing with by asking those thorough questions. So estate surveyors and valuers distinguish themselves by calling themselves, oh, I'm an estate surveyor and valuer. Or even if they are not yet registered, they've not completed the process, they will say, I'm an estate management graduate. Okay, and I'm a member of NIES. That's a short form of Nigerian Institution of Estate Surveyors and Valuers. Okay, so that is how it is structured in this part of the world. But I must tell you that there are companies, there are bodies and all coming up that even the NIES itself is also helping to organize the agents, okay, so that they can have better face, okay, in the industry, and also start to garner better brand and do business in a better way, as it were. That's that. Okay, then I'm sure you hear me every time I introduce myself, say I consider myself a real estate entrepreneur. So who is a real estate entrepreneur? Interesting. Well, my definition, and this is mine. I'm holding up here. This is not any textbook, nothing. This is my definition, my understanding. An entrepreneur for me is someone that makes things happen and finds a way to make money doing so. Okay? And so what I consider myself is I make things happen in the real estate world, in the real estate industry, in the built industry. And doing that, I make money off of it. And that's why I consider myself a real estate entrepreneur. So you see me do development, so I can wear the cap of a real estate developer. You see me lecture, teach, even in tertiary institutions, government tertiary institutions, private, okay? Teach real estate classes. So you can say I'm a real estate teacher or something, okay? You see me broker deals. You see me represent a buyer or a seller in a to let or a for sale transaction, you know? And you say, well, maybe it's an agent, you know? You see me invest in real estate where I send my money to work. I'm not necessarily doing anything. Maybe buy property, put it out for rent. It's even being managed by a property manager different from probably my firm and all of that. In that instance, I'm operating as a real estate investor, just making income from my real estate investment. So you say, hey, maybe it's a real estate investor. Well, I've tried to explain all the other ones by this. And just to say that for a real estate entrepreneur, it does a number of things in the real estate bracket and it makes money. It makes money doing them. It could just be, I find deals for people and they give me a cut of it. I do joint venture with people. Anything that can make money as an entrepreneur within the real estate bracket, that's what I do, as it were. Once I understand it, I can make money off of it. I go into it as a real estate person, entrepreneur. And that's why what I like to call myself is a real estate entrepreneur, because I play in a lot of these aspects, okay? I wear different caps, as it were, in the real estate world. So that is it. That's what I consider, that's the person I consider a real estate entrepreneur. Then there is, you can say, yes, I've real estate developer. Who is a real estate developer? Now, a developer is somebody that aggregates other factors of production. That's my definition. Other factors of production to make production happen. In the sense of real estate, it is the person that aggregates other factors of producing a house, a building project, okay, and makes it happen. So a developer is the one that makes, harmonizes the landowner or gets the land himself, does the drawing or gets people to do the drawing, gets approval, gets financing, get a builder or build himself, supervise, sell, gets financing, get a financier, finances his transaction, sell a project or get it leased. That's a developer. From nothing, he creates a housing project. He creates a project. He creates a physical project. That's a developer. It could be developer, it could be a residential developer, maybe specific. It could be a commercial developer. It could be a blend of the two. It could be a hospitality developer. All it does is build hotels and all of that. It could be a recreation or a theme park developer, stuff like that. Or he just does a mix of it. He does development, whatever comes, maybe, or estate developer. So within the estate, he provides all the other amenities and all. That's a developer. That's the person that aggregate all the other factors of producing a property, okay, makes it happen. all the other factors. That's a developer. So I also wear that cap, okay, a lot. In fact, that is my main, that's my forte, if I must say, okay. Then the investor, like I've said, is somebody that sends his money to work in the real estate field. He puts his money in real estate and he makes interest off of it. He makes money, makes interest, gets capital appreciation off of his money. His money is what is working for him. So if there is a project, it could come sometimes as a financier. Okay? Yes, an investor can come sometimes as a financier in a project. So a developer gets a project, approaches an investor, puts money in it as a financier, and then they split interest, maybe as a joint venture, as they might have agreed to. So that is who an investor is, someone that puts his money to work within the real estate market. Is a real estate investor. You can invest in instruments, real estate-based instruments, okay? So, say REITs, for example, regulated in the stock market. Or you can invest maybe with some people as cooperative, or you can invest singly on his own, okay? Buy a property, put it out in the hands of a developer, an estate manager, a property manager to manage for input, getting tenant there and just give him income, his rental income and all of that. Yeah, that's a real estate investor. That's a real estate investor. Looks out for real estate projects, knows what his cut will be and puts his money there to work. I hope I've been able to explain some of these things and you've benefited. Maybe things are a bit clearer to you in case you were in murky waters before. It's always my pleasure doing this video, and this is also another pleasure of mine. Please, if you enjoyed the video, please do me a favor, share it, tell people about it, click on the like button, let us know that you like it. And if you have a comment for us, you want to tell us something we can do better, a topic we should talk about, you have some topics you think we should talk about, please let us know at the comment section. We take note of that, we watch it, and we will definitely work on it and bring it to you in a way that it will benefit you. We have a free book we are giving us, an audio free book. And all I will need you to do is to click on the right link, okay? The link appropriate for that, you will find it on the YouTube channel. Click on it, give us your information, and we will rush the book to you. Audio book, you will listen to it. I read it out in the studio myself. And I must say that it's a very informative and educative material that you want to have in your library. Listen to while driving to work, while doing some solemn things or whatever. Just while you are free or strolling. Just put your earplugs on and then listen to it and enjoy it, okay? I trust that it will really, really benefit you. So please click and let us send you that book. It will really help. Please, if you've not subscribed to the YouTube channel, I would encourage you to subscribe. Click the subscribe button and also click the notification button. What that does is that whenever we have a new video, you are one of the first people to know. We always drop our videos every week, Thursdays and Tuesdays. Be on the lookout for the next episode. I remain yours sincerely, Debo Adejana, in the business of helping you sack your landlord. Thank you.